and welcome to episode 50 of the Crazy Sock Lady podcast. My name is Kay, and this is my podcast all about my knitting. And today I have some crocheting adventures to talk about here in Surprise, Arizona, where I currently live with my husband and our 2 sons. Today is Thursday, August 9th. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as The Crazy Sock Lady. And we do also have a Ravelry group for the podcast. If you just search in the groups tab on Ravelry for Crazy Sock Lady Podcast, it's going to pop right up there. If you don't feel like doing any of that searching, just look down here in the down bar and you're going to find links to everywhere that you can find me, as well as show notes for this episode. Miss Emmy, I'm upstairs today, and Miss Emmy is wandering around, rubbing against all of the stuff on the floor. So I thought you guys might like to see Miss Emmy. She's just the sweetest cat. She really is. I'm gonna get up there. You probably won't stay up there, but do you want up there right now? I'm up in her territory right now, so she might probably not stay right here and say hi for a minute. She's rubbing against all of the finished objects right here. I don't know what that noise is outside. Can you guys hear that? Crazy couple of days, you guys. Crazy couple of days. I tried to record yesterday. Did not happen for a variety of reasons. One, there just wasn't enough time to really get an episode recorded. So we're going with it today. What are you doing, sweetie? Oh, do you love to rub against the finished socks? They're mulching up trees outside from the storm last night. Branches that fell. Yeah. Hopefully there are not very many they need to do and they will move along quickly. Don't they know we're trying to record up here? There's Emmy. The dogs are back in the bedroom because they didn't want to come out when I shut the bedroom door. So she might pester them for a bit. That's really annoying. I don't know how loud that is to you guys. Okay, I think they moved down the street a little bit, or they might be done. Someone's still doing something out there, but I don't know what they're doing. But it's not quite so loud now, so we're gonna go ahead and continue on with recording. Wow. I don't even remember what all I said before. I don't remember. I think episode 50 is like the episode that does not want to get recorded. We're just going with it today, guys. We're going with it. We had some storms last night, and I think they actually might be cleaning up stuff from a storm last week, maybe? I don't think they finished cleaning up over there since then. But anyways, okay. We're going to jump right in now. Miss Emmy is, I don't know. She's gone now. She's wandered away. This morning, like I said, I'm recording upstairs. I really want to try to be able to record here in the yarn loft. It just makes it easier. I'm not moving as much stuff and trying to set up as much stuff. It just makes it a little easier. So we're gonna see how it goes. I still haven't put blinds up on the windows. I don't know. We're just going to go with it and see how it goes. Because like I said, episode 50 is just the one that does not want to get recorded. I tried yesterday and it was not happening. I didn't have enough time and it was kind of a crazy day. So let's jump right in with some administrative stuff this afternoon. First up, Swap with Swaps. We have 2 that are open in the group right now. If you're not familiar with our Swap with Swaps, just look down below in the down bar. There's going to be links to both of the threads that are open. And basically you get 10 40-yard minis. Your price for those depends on your location. It ranges from $35 to $45. Like I said, depending on your location and where they're shipping to. The first one we have open is with Sarah Craft, and there are 15 spots available in that one still. And then we have a new one that just opened with Nicole C. Mendez, and we have 25 spots available in that one. So if you are looking for some mini skeins for your scrappy projects or swaps or whatever you would like them for, head over and check out our Swap with Swaps. We do have some knit alongs going on right now. The first one is the Sock Crazy Cow for 2018. For this one, it's any socks that you make. Baby socks don't count, but any others, you can get those entered into the group, and we do drawings every 3 months. The next one is another year-long knit-along, and this is for Crazy Sock Lady Designs Make-Along. This is any patterns that you do of mine. You can head over and enter those into that thread. And I think I said it's year-long, didn't I? If I didn't, it's year-long. And we do prize drawings every 3 months for that one as well. Then we also have the Get That Knit Done Cal. This one I'm co-hosting with Karen and Susan from the Full of Knit podcast. You can enter into both of our Ravelry groups. We both have threads open for that. And this is get any of your works in progress finished and off those needles. This one ends August 31st. Last one that we have going on is the Decked Out for Rhinebeck Cal, and I'm co-hosting this with Christy and Tristan from Girls in the Yarn Cafe podcast. This is for anything that you're going to wear to Rhinebeck, or if you're not going to Rhinebeck, anything you would wear to Rhinebeck if you were going. You can enter in both of our groups, and you do get extra entries if you use any of our patterns. We just came out with some Decked Out for Rhinebeck patterns. I'm going to show you mine here in just a moment. So you get extra entries for using any of those, and extra entries if you use their yarn, and they are Dragon Horde Yarn and Yarn Cafe Creations. And I think that's it for knit-alongs. Now we have some winners to announce, as well as some giveaways to announce. So first up, I want to announce a couple of new winners for the Sock Crazy Cal for the last prize drawings that I did. In episode 48, I did some prize winners, and neither of the ones from the Sock Crazy Cal got in touch with me, so we are redrawing winners. I actually went ahead and did that, and I've got their names right here. So for the Sock Crazy Cal, I didn't bring the prizes over to show, but we had a skein of Yarn Cafe Creations that went unclaimed, and the new winner for that is post number 1593, and this is B-Ball Mom. And then we also had a skein of Yoshi and Lucy knits that went unclaimed, and the new winner for that is post number 1685, and that is Allison Lorraine Knits. So I'll put your names right down here at the bottom. If you are either of these ladies, please get in touch with me via Ravelry. Give me your full name and your mailing address so that I can get these sent out to you. Next, we have a prize that we gave away last episode, and there was a thread on Ravelry open for this one. So I went ahead and locked that and drew the winner, and this was for the leather and lace socks. We had 66 entries, and the winner was post number 54, and this is B. Renning, or Brenning, I'm not sure which one it is, but this is Tina from Ohio, so congratulations, Tina. In last episode, we did the 5,000 subscriber giveaway, and I went ahead and drew a winner for that as well, and the winner is Gail Boulder. So Gail, if you will just get in touch with me, Instagram, Ravelry, email, it'll be posted down below in the down bar. Whichever way is easiest for you, get in touch with me, give me your full name and your mailing address, and I will get that prize package sent out to you. So congratulations to all of our winners. Thank you guys so much for participating in the giveaways and the knit-alongs. Thank you so much for all of the comments on episode 49. It was so much fun. I read every single comment. I did not respond. So if you had a question and you posted it on episode 49, repost it on this if you still, have a question that you need answered, or get in touch with me on Ravelry or something, Instagram. I didn't respond to any of the comments because I didn't want to make it even harder for myself to try to choose a winner, because there were a lot of comments and I had to go through all of those. So yes, I did not answer any questions. Sorry about that. Like I said, if you want to repost it or get in touch with me, I will be sure to get those answered. This episode, we do have a few giveaways to announce. We have some patterns to give away. First up, the first one is a sock collection. There are 3 sock patterns: Rebound, Ridgeback, and Rise Over Run, and these are by Heather Laws, and she has donated a copy of the collection to the podcast. So I'm going to open up a thread on Ravelry. If you are interested in winning this, head over, and there will be some type of a prompt, and you can answer that, and we'll draw a winner next episode. Then we also had some patterns donated by Molly of Molly Klein Design. She donated 2 copies of her Michigan Avenue wrap and 2 copies of her Down by the Sea shawl. So if you're interested in either of those, head over. I will open threads for both of those in the Ravelry group. last giveaway is our episode 50 giveaway, a little celebration for episode 50. And I have the bag that was donated by Nanette from Nanette Wake Studio. This is a hand-woven project bag, gorgeous zipper pull. On the inside, she has some knitting fabric. So for this one, I'm gonna open a thread on Ravelry. You can head over and check out that thread to get entered to win this, and we will draw the winner on episode 51. All right, I think that covers giveaways, knit-alongs, all of that fun stuff. Now let's talk about knitting. First up, we're gonna talk design talk, because I have a couple of new designs that if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen that they were released. These are for the Decked Out for Rhinebeck collaboration that I did with Christy and Tristan of Girls in the Yarn Cafe podcast. And I did the On the Hill mitts and On the Hill socks. I talked last week about how these are inspired by the meetup on the Hill at New York Sheep and Wool Festival in Rhinebeck, New York in October. So the first pattern that I will show you is the On the Hill mitts. Gonna get blown out. There we go. And this, as you can see, is a fingerless mitt pattern with a cable design down the front. And I love these. So this pattern comes in 2 sizes, and this one I did the larger of the sizes, and the cable pattern down the front is written and charted. So if you are someone who prefers a charted pattern, you have that option available in this. The pattern is written for magic loop. That I think is just easier for me when I work mitts up. I like to do magic loop. You could, of course, if you're familiar with adapting patterns to your needle, working in the round preference, you can, of course, feel free to do that. But this is the On the Hill mitts. They are out now. And the second pattern is On the Hill socks. And, oh, I didn't even say. This one I did out of Christy's Yarn Cafe Creations in her Foxy colorway on her biscotti base. And the pattern does call for a US 1 2.25 millimeter needle. Second pattern is On the Hill socks, and this one I did out of Tristan's yarn. This is on her Lore base in her Woodland Nymph colorway, and it is a top-down sock pattern with a heel flap and gusset. It does have an Eye of Partridge heel flap. And I'll show you the, let's do it this way. I'm gonna show you it's the same cable design on the mitts that is on the socks. And it is written and charted for the socks as well for each size. I think that these mitts would make amazing Christmas gifts. I think this pair is actually going to be a gift for Christmas, and I might start another pair to give as a gift as well. So if you make either of the On the Hill patterns, you get a double entry. You can post twice into the Decked Out for Rhinebeck knit along in my group as well as in Christy and Tristan's group. And then you could also enter both of these actually, into the Crazy Sock Lady Designs make along, and the socks could go in the Sock Crazy Cal for 2018. So lots of opportunities to get these entered for prizes if you're interested in participating in knit alongs. Oh, and the blockers, I probably should have said these are from Burning Impressions. So that is it for design talk today. I do have another design that I've started, but it is for the Old Loops Harry Potter knit along for the kits that she sold for that. It's the pattern that'll be included and the yarn that'll be included. So it's not one that I can show just yet, but I'm really excited about it. And that's actually the only one that I have going right now. I need to remedy that. I have a couple of shawls sketched out that I would like to start designing, a couple socks sketched out that I would like to start designing. I just need more hours in the day, you guys. I'm pretty sure a lot of you can agree with that, if not all of you. there are not enough hours in the day for everything that I want to do. But let's show some finished objects. So for all works in progress and finished objects, there's going to be a project page on Ravelry for those, and there will be a link down below in the down bar to that project page. If you have any questions, you can head over there. If I've missed something or forgot to put in there, or you still have a question, just send me a message. I'm always happy to help. So first finished object I will show you are my July Desert Vista Dye Works socks. If you're new to the podcast, I've been participating in the Desert Vista Dye Works year-long knit-along. It's using her yarn, one pair of socks a month. I think you can do mittens too, but I've chosen to do socks. So this was my July pair. I've only got one on the blocker here. But this yarn is Zombody Kissing Santa Claus. I decided to do a bit of a Christmas in July to knit along with Meg of Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knits podcast for that knit along that she has been doing. And I think that one has ended now, I believe. So for this, I did my usual top down 64 stitches, 25 rounds of Knit 2 Purl 2 ribbing. I think on this one I did 80 rounds for the leg, and an afterthought heel using the Kirby Werby tutorial on YouTube, which I will make sure to link below for you guys. So here's the second sock off the blocker. You can see that afterthought heel. This one was a lot of fun to do, and I didn't worry about them matching. That's not really something that concerns me or bothers me. So I started these with the green and they ended with the green. I started these with the red and they just happened to end with the red. So I thought that was kind of fun. But that is my first finished object. These two were actually, could count as finished objects as well, the On the Hill patterns, because I finished those both since the last episode, I think. All right, next finished object are my mystery socks for Wyatt, which he will be so happy that I've recorded it and showed these so that he can now wear them. These are mystery socks because I can't remember what the yarn is. I lost the tag. I did a pair of socks for Austin years ago in this yarn, and I had a good bit left over, and it was just kind of sitting there, so I decided to do a pair of socks for Wyatt. I know that it is a Regia or Opal, but I'm not sure which one. For Wyatt socks, I do a US 1 2.25 millimeter needles, and I cast on 56 stitches. And he likes shorties, so I only do a 15 row cuff, 15 row leg or round leg and cuff, and then slip stitch, heel flap, and gusset. That's my favorite to do, and it fits him great, it fits me great, so it's my go-to for heels. Unless it's self-striping, and then I love an afterthought heel. But okay, I have one more finished object. Was that it about Wyatt socks? Yes, I think that was it. Okay, one more finished object to show you guys, and I don't even think that I've shared this on Instagram, but I don't even know that I was working on it last episode. I don't think I was. So in North Carolina, I had the knit group. They still meet on Fridays, but we met on Fridays at a little cafe in Havelock, and our waitress is actually pregnant. So I decided to make her a baby blanket. And it's a pattern that I've done for a while, and I will link it down below. I want to say it's by Doe and a Deer, but I will link it down below because I can't remember and I forgot to write that down. It probably would have been helpful to write the pattern down, huh? So here is the baby blanket. I'm going to stand up and go back here so I can show you. Isn't that so cute with just the single heart in the center? All right, so hopefully that gave you guys a good view of the blanket there. So this, I feel like, took me no time at all to work up. I don't crochet that often anymore. It used to be, it's what I started out doing. It's what kind of my first love was. Sorry, alarm on my phone. But I don't do it as much anymore. But when I do, I fly through a project. So I feel like this took me no time at all to finish. Now, the yarn that I used, I just picked up at Hobby Lobby. This is their I Love This Yarn brand. I think this was Lollipop something. I'm sorry, I threw the tag away. I'm the worst today. I threw the tag away, but Lollipop, and then this was just kind of an off-white color. And the pattern just has you single crochet around the blanket, just one round for an edging. I will go into the project page and put in there what I did for the edging. I just kind of made it up as I went, so there won't be really detailed notes, but I did a single crochet around once in the main yarn, and then in the white I did one round of single crochet, and then I went through and did 2 half double crochets, chained one, and when I chained one I skipped a single crochet below, so it left a bit of a gap there. And I did that all the way around, and the counts didn't work out perfect. There were a couple of areas when I would get to the edge that I would kind of have to fudge it up. This being one of them. So I was doing 2 half doubles, then I only did 1 half double, and then did my corner. And in the corners I was doing 3 stitches. So 3 single crochets on the single crochet rounds, and then 3 half double on the half double crochet rounds into the center stitch on the corner. I hope I'm making sense. But then I did 1 more round of single crochet in the white, and then 2 rounds of single crochet in the main collar. And I love the edging. So I'm going to, now that I've shown you guys this, I'm going to soak it. I was worried it wouldn't be dry if I washed it. So I'm gonna soak it and just lay it out flat to dry, and then get it in the mail to her next week. Or actually not to her, I'm gonna get it in the mail to either Tanya or Karen. You guys be on the lookout. I'll let you know when I send it so that you guys can give it to her at knitting. And for the blanket, I used 3 of, there it is, I knew it was in there, 3 skeins of this. This is all I had left of the third. I only got 2 and then I ran out, so I had to go buy a third. So I still have this left. I thought about whipping up a little hat or something to go with the blanket. I don't know, I might still do that. And then I have a good bit left of the white. It's ivory is what it is called. I have a good bit left of that. And I used a size USK, which is 6.5 millimeter. And this is a Susan Bates hook with the wooden handle on it. So that's what I used. And I love that pattern. I've done that pattern many times for gifts, for blankets, for donation. It's an easy pattern. I don't want to give anything away because it is a paid for pattern, but it's very, very simple to do. And the heart in the center, it's so simple but so gorgeous. I think it just makes such a statement, just that one simple heart. And I've actually adjusted the pattern and charted out a cross and put a cross in the place of the heart before. It's just a fun blanket to do for a gift, or if you're, you know, crocheting for donating items. It's just a fun one to do. And then you can get creative with the edging. I thought about doing scallops around the edge, but I just decided to keep it simple on the edge and do the single crochet and half double. So, all right, works in progress. I've only got 4 I'm going to show you today. That's not all I have going, but that's what we're going to talk about because these are what's gotten most of the work. Now, I'm not going to show my memories cardigan today. I have gotten some work done on it. It's been my knit group knitting, or while I'm on the phone, if I'm on the phone with someone, I sit and work on that because it's just straight stockinette. I think I have a couple more inches to go on the body before I start the ribbing at the bottom. So I'm not going to show it today because it's just straight stockinette at this point. I haven't finished the body or done anything really that exciting on it, so we're not going to show it today. But first up, let's talk about my August Desert Vista Dye Works socks. I have these in a bag from Donna of In a Pickle Knitting. And I've been doing all of my Desert Vista Dye Works socks this year have been just plain vanilla socks. But my knit group, we decided we were gonna do the skew socks. And this is a pattern by Lana Holden, I believe. Yes, by Lana Holden, and it is a free pattern. You can kind of see it makes the stripes go in diagonal, and it has a pretty fun heel. So this is what I'm doing for August, and the ladies in my knit group are doing it up as well. Susan of Desert Vista Dye Works, Monica, Margaret, we're all knitting up the skew socks. So the yarn I'm using is in her 5-0 colorway. This pattern has been so much fun to work up. So here's where I'm at so far, and look how crazy that looks. But when you put it on, maybe I'll take a picture. If I don't, sorry, but I'll try to take a picture and put it in here of what it looks like on, because when I first started knitting this up, I was probably like right here. I was just on the toe still. I hadn't finished the toe, and I thought, I am totally doing this wrong because it looks crazy. But I remembered Susan saying, just keep going, just trust the pattern. So that's what I did, and I've tried it on, and it looks so cool, and it is so fun to do. I will say I've done the increases wrong. It calls for, since it's a free pattern, I can tell you, a left-leaning lifted increase. I kind of glanced over this and saw insert your needle from front to back. That's what I saw. And I knew it was an increase. So I just did make one left, make one right for my increases instead of the leaning, lifted. It looks fine. I don't know, I think it looks fine. And it's worked out good. But it does look crazy, but this is where your big toe goes, is right in this point. So when you put it on, that's your big toe. So this is my left sock that I'm working on currently. But it's been a lot of fun. And I've got these on a ChowGoo US 1 2.25 millimeters. I'm working it out magic loop. And I've got a Pop-Tart from the Gnome Knitter on there. I'm just really enjoying this. It's been fun to, because the vanilla knitting is always nice. That plain vanilla sock that you can work on anytime, which I did start another one so that I have a vanilla sock on the go. But this pattern, it looks like it might be intimidating, which I haven't got to the heel yet. So we'll see how the heel goes. But I can say that the actual process so far has not been hard at all. You're doing something every other row at the point that I'm at. So you have one plain knit round, and then you have one round where you're increasing and decreasing on the beginning and the end of each needle. You're doing an increase and a decrease. So it's not been hard at all. And I'm anxious to get back to working on them a little bit. Next finished object is the poncho that I'm making for my niece. And I have this in the Stitching Pink bag from Robin. And this is the kit that I ordered from Mary Maxim. You guys have seen this before if you've watched previous episodes. And I didn't bring the pattern up. It's downstairs on my footstool because I was working on this before I started recording. But I finished the front and the back. I think last time I showed it, I might have been on the back piece. So just a little recap. This is the front piece. It has bobbles on both of these sections. And I'm doing the size 4 to 5 years. Lily will be 3, but Cassie, my sister, her mama, requested a 4 to 5 year so that she will get a little bit more wear out of it. And this is the back. This is the back because it does not have bobbles. So front and back are done. You work this in pieces and then piece it together, seam it together. So that's the front and back. And I'm currently working on a sleeve. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I'll get the sleeve done today. We'll see though. But this is where I'm at with the sleeve. I'm well over halfway done. It's just got one cable running right up the center. And I've started doing all of the decreases, so I'm almost finished. And I've been working this up on my Knitter's Pride Zings, my favorite needle of all time at the moment. That changes sometimes, you know, but at the moment, this is my favorite, on a US 8 5 millimeter. And they're pretty in pink, so. And these are, the needle stoppers are from Cocoa Knits. They might be called knit stoppers, I can't remember, but they're from Cocoa Knits, and they're my favorite needle stoppers. When you have something you don't really want to put in one of these snap needle cozies, I like using these. The yarn that I'm using for this is an acrylic alpaca blend. It is 90% premium acrylic, 10% alpaca, Mary Maxim Woodlands. This is what came in the kit that I ordered. And this is the Stardust colorway. So I'm anxious to get this finished. I can say from working on this with just the 10% alpaca that I don't think I'll ever be somebody who can wear alpaca yarn. I'm hoping it doesn't bother Lily. It's only 10%, but it seems like if it's rubbing against the inside of my wrists while I'm working on it, or if I'm sitting and it's rubbing against my legs, I do feel a bit itchy. Not a lot or anything crazy, but it does bother me a bit, and it's only 10% alpaca, so I don't think I'll be an alpaca wearer. Next work in progress I have in a bag from Laughing Stitches by NL, who is Nancy. It says socks on the front if you can't see. It has a cute little pin that says made with love, or not really a pin, but a little heart hanging there. I haven't used this bag in a while and I absolutely love it. So I have my pair of vanilla socks in here because I think you always have to have a pair of vanilla socks. But in here I have my yarn from Laura of Tiny Human Knits in her Crazy Sock Lady colorway, which I absolutely love. I just love this so much, you guys. So I've got the first sock going. I have it in a needle cozy from Lindsay of Simply Serving, and it's a quilted cozy and it is so perfect. Here is the sock so far. I just love these collars. I want a sweater in every single one of these collars. I do. So I'm working this just like my normal vanilla socks, 64 stitches. I think I did 25 rounds for the cuff, and then I'm working on the leg right now. And these are on my Knitter's Pride Zings US 1 2.25 millimeter. And I'm loving them. I'm having so much fun working these up. But those are just for car knitting. If we go somewhere, I take them with me so I can, if Eric's driving, work on them in the car, or if I'm going to be waiting somewhere. Wyatt and I are going to go see Christopher Robin this weekend. Eric and Austin have tickets to go see the Harlem Globetrotters in downtown Phoenix. And Wyatt and I are going to go see Christopher Robin. So I'm going to take those with me and work on them while we're at the movies. I'm just really enjoying the knit with them. I'm loving the yarn. I'm loving the colors. I, of course, love the Knitter's Pride Zings. So I am really not in any rush to get them done. I just kind of want to take my time and work on those whenever I get a chance and kind of prolong it so that I don't finish them and have to stop working with the yarn. Do you guys ever get like that with a project? I'm definitely discovering more and more about myself that I am a process knitter. I love finished objects, and yes, I can sometimes crank socks out very quickly, but I love the process, the entire process of knitting. And I just think that's something that's so fun that I'm really still discovering about myself, even after I've been knitting for years and years, is that I love the process. So I would definitely classify myself more as a process knitter than a product knitter. And that's really showing with those because I don't want to finish them. I would love to wear them when they are done, but right now I'm just enjoying the yarn. I'm loving the yarn and I don't want it to end. And that's actually it for works in progress. I think I said I have 4, but I only have 3 that I can show you. I brought up a 4th one that is the Harry Potter design that I'm working on for the Old Loops kits. But I can't show you guys that. I'm going to show you the bag though here in just a moment in mail, which is where we are right now. So I've received a couple of things in the mail. I'm going to move all of this over. You're probably going to be able to see that pile there. Hope that is all right. Bring the mail out. So So first that I will show you, let's talk about the bag that I can't show you the design. So I have been on the hunt for kind of notions, needle cases, things like that I can organize my stuff a little bit better. And I found the perfect thing for my DPNs. And then I also stumbled across this and ordered this little product here. So this is from A Single Strand, and I'm sure you guys have probably seen this around on other podcasts. I know I have. That's how I found out about them, and then someone recommended it as well. So this is their cast on case. And I've got this one stuffed full so that I can give you guys some ideas on what you can do with these. So I ordered this one, of course, because the cacti, we're in Arizona, they're everywhere. I just thought it was fun. They've got a nice label on the front so you know who it's from, A Single Strand Studio. And here is the inside. It has 2 snaps right here. You open it up and look at that. So you've got a little ring right here. I've put the progress keepers that they sent along with my order, a cactus and a bucket of popcorn. Perfect. I need to take that to the movie, put it on my socks when we go to the movies this weekend. But this is the inside. You've got tons of little pockets. You've got a flap that pulls up here. So what I have done, I've got some DPNs over here, a pencil, I've got a pair of scissors. These are all slid down into little pockets. In this front pocket here, it's a little wider. It's not like a slim divided one. So in here I've put a tape measure and a notebook because I always love to have a notebook in my bag to jot down anything and everything. Sometimes it doesn't even have to do with knitting, but I've got my notebook in there. And then you've got even more pockets back here. And then you've got a little claspy thing. That's what they're called, right? So on here I have put the light bulb stitch markers that I love so much. I use them, I mark every 10 rows on my socks when I do them. So I've put just a bunch of those on that little claspy thing. So there's a close-up for you guys of the inside of the cast-on case. So I ordered this one and I'm loving it. I can't wait to get it down inside of a project bag and have everything right there ready to go. And this is kind of nice. I might leave this all ready like this and just set it over here with my notions so that when I'm ready to grab a project and go, because sometimes you have that thing that you have to cast on like vanilla socks. You know you're going somewhere and you have no vanilla knitting. I could just grab the yarn in a project bag and be ready to cast on. I think it's perfect. Or to have it in your project bag and have everything there ready to go. Or when you travel, I definitely think I will have a few of these ready to go for Rhinebeck. I think that'll be fun for my trip. So in my package when my order came, they had sent me a little surprise that they said was to celebrate the new addition to our family, Miss Emmy. Look how cute this is. Look at these Harry Potter kitties. Look at them. They're so cute. So I love this bag. I love the style and the design. I might actually try knitting when I'm walking up to the boys' school. I don't think this will be a good walking and knitting because it's a design, but I could use this bag for that. That would be fun while I'm walking up to pick the boys up from school. That's an idea. But I love this bag. I love the design of it. And they also sent me another cast-on case that matches. So you can see here what one looks like that doesn't have everything in it. You've got 2 snaps there. So much fun. I just think these are adorable. All your pockets. So well done on this idea. I love it. I've never seen anything like it. So the next thing that I received was a gift. The shop's name is Spool Stories, and she sent this all the way from Greece as a little gift for me for my DPNs. I'm gonna knock stuff off there. Look at this. Look at that fabric. It's perfect. I love the little button, the clasp, easy to open. has her tag on the inside. And I had this full. I didn't think I had that many sets of DPNs in my US 1 2.25 millimeter that I use for socks, but I did. It was full. But they're out on projects now, and then one I just showed you in the cast on case, but they fit perfectly right down in these sections. This will hold 7 sets of DPNs, and then it also has a larger pouch back there. I love this. I love this material right here. So I was so excited to receive this. I think it is stunning and so well made. I just love this. She also sent a prize for the podcast. So she sent a bento bag. One of the bags you can tie at the top. So this will go into the prize bin over there for a future giveaway. And she also has her label on the inside there, which I think is so perfect. I love this fabric. It's so fun. The next thing I received was from Charlene of, I believe it's pronounced Leany Designs. I'm not exactly sure that I'm saying that correctly, but I will of course put it down here in a link in the down bar. She sent a bag for a prize for the podcast. So it is in a fun floral fabric with just white on the inside that's going to get blown out. Nice drawstring bag with a box bottom. So this will be going into the prize bin for a future prize drawing. And then she also sent me this, which I'm so in love with. If you guys have watched for a while, and she said she knew this, and that's why she sent me this bag to keep. My friend Denise of Earth Tones Girl made me a needle cozy out of this fabric. So now I have bag to match. I'm so excited, and I love this fabric on the bottom, the kind of denim fabric on the bottom. There we go. I think this is so much fun. So I'm so excited about this bag to get a sock project down inside of there. Then I also received a gift from my friend Deborah, who just recently opened up Candy Shop Yarns. And she sent me a couple of goodies. So the first one, she sent me a little progress keeper, and this says penny candy, which I think is just so much fun. And then it's a little jar with what look like little candies. Isn't that cute? I just love the whole theme and idea behind this shop, because who doesn't like candy? I know I have a couple of sweet teeth. I love candy and sweets. So then she also sent me a set of her gumball minis, and in here are Sugar Rush, Seafoam, and Spearmint, and then there's a couple others, but I have the card over there. I can't remember off the top of my head what they are called, but look how cute this is. Comes like a gumball machine with the colorway names right there, and it's a sticker of the colorway, so you know which one in this bag is which colorway. I think that is so fun. Here's a look at the ones that are on the back side. I love these. I can't wait to see what they become. And then she also sent me this, and I think she sent this because she asked me if I had any favorite candy from when I was a kid, and I told her rock candy on a stick. My dad and I used to make that. I think it started out, it was something we did for a science experiment maybe or something. But yeah, I loved rock candy, so. Cute mini, I love it. I'm so excited to do something with these. I don't know if they'll go into blankets or what exactly they will be yet, but I love them. I ordered for the first time from Hannah of Corner of Craft, and I am so excited about this, you guys. Look how cute. You guys know I love coffee, so I had to get a coffee one. And I can't get over the tiny, tiny beads that she uses. These are just so much fun. So she is the cornerofcraft.etsy.com. I'll of course have all of the information down below, but I'm so excited to put this progress keeper on a project now. I think it's adorable. I used to as a kid. Did you guys ever do beading similar to this, not these teensy tiny beads. It was like larger beads, but I remember having buckets of them. They came in buckets and we would make keychains out of them. They would be fun designs. Like I remember one of the buckets had a frog on the side, and I think they were beaded in a similar fashion to this, but this just blows me away how tiny they are. Because I loved doing that as a child with the larger beads. I don't know that I could do the tiny ones, Hannah. You were so talented. Those are crazy and so fun. The last thing that I have to show you guys is a gift from Nicole. She sent me this as a early birthday / podcast anniversary gift. Because I think I mentioned, might have been the last episode or the one before maybe, that next month is my birthday month and the podcast birthday month. It'll be 2 years for the podcast, and add 30 years to that and you've got what it'll be for me. But she sent me this it's a bag from Lila Styles and Hocus Pocus, you guys. And when I opened this, I was so excited and I had to show everybody in the house, my whole family, and Austin was like, from that one movie with the witches. Obviously, I'm a failure as a parent. They don't know the name of this movie. Eric didn't either, but whatever. I'm not his parent. But what? We're gonna have to watch it on repeat this year. We watch it so many times every year. And is that the movie with the witches? Is Hocus Pocus just more of a girl thing maybe? Probably is, huh? But oh my gosh, this bag. The detail in this bag, the embroidery is gorgeous. It has a nice strap. It is very nice, sturdy canvas. The inside is a fun Halloween fabric with ghosts and pumpkins. I am so excited. I'm gonna use this all of September and all of October. I don't even care that it's Halloween. I'm gonna use it all the time. I love it. I just need Hocus Pocus yarn to go with it. Comment below and tell me if you know of any shops that have Hocus Pocus yarn right now, because I think I need some. Right? I have to have yarn to match. Of course. So I pulled out my socks to work on while we chatter a bit, or I chatter a bit. Trying to think what all. I didn't take notes for chatter. I normally don't. I just kind of talk about whatever. But school started last week. It has went great. I was so nervous the first day of school. The boys were pretty nervous, but it went great. They've made some friends. Austin actually has been going up to the rec center because we're less than half a mile from the school. So there's a rec center right by the school, and he's went up there the past 2 evenings to play basketball. And then last night they had like a free dodgeball game session or something. So he went up there. He's been meeting one of his friends that also lives right around here up at the rec center to hang out for a bit after school and before dinner. So that's been fun for him. Wyatt's made a couple of friends, but one in particular that loves all of the same video games that he does. So that's been great for him. So I was so relieved that their first day went well and their first week has went well. Today is 1 week since they started school. So they've been enjoying it. And like I said, we're less than half a mile from the school. So if you follow me on Instagram, I'm sure you've seen the Insta stories. The car line is crazy. This is my first like real experience with a car line at school that's like this. I don't know, it's bananas. And drop off in the mornings is worse than pickup. It's just crazy. Everybody gets so angry and when honks their horns and is in such a rush, and I don't know. That's crazy. I can't handle it. I can't handle that level of craziness. So this morning we actually walked to school because we're less than half a mile. I think it was less than 0.40 miles or something. I have mapped my walk on my phone. I used it this morning for my walk. So I'll have to pay more attention when I go to pick them up and see how far of a walk it is. But it was a fine walk. It was a little humid this morning because I posted that we walked, and some people, I got messages like, how hot is it there? You're walking to school. It was 88 this morning, which felt amazing after it's been like 115 plus during the day. So that wasn't bad. It was a little humid because we've had some storms and we're expecting more storms this evening, I believe, but it wasn't too bad. So I dropped them off. We walked up to the school and I dropped them off at the gate. And then there was a track that I had seen when we were walking to the school. I think it's part of the rec center. So I went to the track and did 3 laps around the track and then took the long way home. So it ended up, I got in 2.90, I think it was exactly 2.90 miles of a walk this morning. So that was so great. I think I've really missed, when we lived in Yuma, I used to get up at 5 a.m. every morning, which I still do, but I used to get up and go walk. I haven't done that since we lived in Yuma, but I loved it. It was just kind of time with myself, with my thoughts, to kind of focus myself for the day. And I would have my earbuds in, listening to music. I just loved that time. And I would do, I think I did like 2 miles every morning throughout the week. And then I would go home and get the kids up and get them ready for school. But it felt great to be back to that this morning. I came home feeling so energized, and I hadn't even had half of a cup of coffee before we left. So I think that's something I'm excited to continue in the mornings. The boys complained a little bit. Austin just, oh, my backpack is so heavy. He complained more than Wyatt did. And I thought Wyatt would be the one to complain because he's not an outdoorsy, go for a walk kind of person. That's just not something he enjoys. And Austin's more athletic. So I thought he would not complain, but he was the one who complained. But anyways, this afternoon when I go, I'm going to walk up and get them and try that. Now I may end up still picking them up in the afternoon. I'm going to see how it goes. It may be totally miserably hot and we may say, no, we're not going to walk home until it cools down some, but we're going to try it. I'm going to walk up to get them and then we'll walk back home together. I think it'll be good for all of us, and it will kind of give us time to slow down away from the craziness of the car line, the rush, that everybody is in. We can slow down and talk about our day, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. And I think the kids will get used to it. They'll get used to the walk, and then hopefully it'll be something that they enjoy too sometime, just 3 of us together. I kind of look for Austin to start riding his bike. I think he probably will. That's what's been going on the past couple of days. I got my hair colored and trimmed. I think she took like 1 inch off, I think. Just a little bit of a trim and then darkened it back up. Almost every time I color my hair, I say, I'm done. This is the last time I'm going to color it. I'm going to let it just go natural and do its thing. I had it done last in February. And I said that then. I'm done. I'm not coloring it. It's going to just do its thing. Well, the gray hairs, you guys. I have quite a few gray hairs. They're pretty hidden. Like, I part my hair on this side and they're pretty hidden back in here. But they're there. And I'm good with it for a while, and then as soon as I start seeing too many of them, I'm like, nope, okay, I've got to go get it colored. So I had it darkened again, and I love going dark, dark, dark. And then it lasts longer. It does fade, but it lasts a while. So I did that yesterday. That was part of why I didn't really have time to record yesterday. And I lucked out. I am always so nervous. I've had some pretty bad experiences. We've moved so much, and then, trying to find a salon and someone to do your hair. I've had some bad cuts. I've had some bad colors. My hair was orange once. Yeah, but I lucked out this time. I took the boys on Monday to get a haircut at this place. It's not even the first place we went to. Their wait was going to be too long, so we went to this other place. And they were all so nice and friendly and did a great job on the boys' hair. So I went ahead and scheduled an appointment for myself. And she was amazing. She did so well on the collar, the cut, exactly what I wanted. was so sweet. So I think I lucked out this time. And I think that's kind of all that's been going on. School, and I got my hair colored and cut. And just settling into routine with the boys being back in school. I think that is probably it. Eric's gearing up for another work trip soon. So he'll be gone a week and a half coming up. I think that's pretty much all that we have going on right now. Be sure to head over to the Ravelry group and get entered into the giveaways if you're interested. And if you were one of our prize winners from today, be sure to get in touch with me and give me your information so that I can get those patterns, not the patterns, the prizes mailed out to you. I will see you guys again in a couple of weeks, hopefully. Until then, happy knitting. Bye.